Welcome back to another episode of the Bad Influence Podcast with me, your host, yours truly, Jordan Banderas. And don't forget to hit that follow, subscribe button so you never miss out on our deep dives into real shit. Because today's episode is not just another conversation. It's a lifeline thrown into the chaos of what it means to be a man in today's world. I have seen a lot of guys throw a lot of shitty advice about how to be a man on social media. Probably you have seen it too. And because of this advice being so bad sometimes, men are focusing on the wrong things when they're trying to be in a relationship and life in general. I have seen it. This has happened to me. And this is causing a lot of women to complain, which I honestly believe is warranted based on how some men are treating women and based also on how men are leading their lives. Like, why would you want to date someone that has no drive, has no ambition, has a dead-end job, and doesn't want to change? That's what I'm talking about, right? And a lot of advice is literally, oh, just stay where you are, you're okay, and shit like that. And like I said, this is causing a lot of complaints. Men are not liking those complaints, and probably you have heard some of these complaints, like men only want sex, which it happens a lot. Men don't take care of their wives because they're cheating. Again, it happens a lot. Look at my mom's case. My dad cheated 7 times that we know of. Men only want good looks on the women. That happens a lot too. And men only focus on money and other shit like that, right? Again, you have heard probably all of these. But based on my own life experiences, I can tell you that men today are lost. Just like I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I literally was doing the exact same thing that a lot of men are doing right now. And a lot of those things women are not liking. Society is not liking. So that's why I can see that now. And I'm like, you know what? A lot of men are doing the exact same thing that I was doing before I got married. And they're struggling now more because today's men are caught between an old school machismo and today's call for a softer touch. After the Me Too movement and all of these movements, they're literally asking us to be softer, to literally understand where women are coming from. But let's cut through the noise because it's not about choosing between being stone cold or overly sentimental. Being a man, a leader in your own life is about striking your own fucking balance. And the days when men were expected to be emotionless rocks, both at work and home, those days are long gone for the majority of men. A lot of men cannot do that anymore because there's a lot of shit going on in their houses, so they have to provide some kind of emotion to the women so they can actually figure out issues, so their women can understand that they're in the relationship to make it work, right? Because if you're just an emotional rock, your lady, your wife, your woman is gonna be like, what the fuck am I doing with this dude? He doesn't care. He doesn't show anything towards me. So why would I stay? And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, today, you need to add something different to all of this. You need emotional intelligence. That's the real MVP right now. If you can understand and learn emotional intelligence, you're gonna take your life to the next level because that's exactly what I did. That's what I've been learning for the last 10 years because until then, I had no emotional intelligence. I was just running on emotion and it wasn't good. It didn't take me anywhere. And look, I'm not judging if you have taken in all this red pill bullshit, because growing up, I swallowed the same toxic pills. Be emotionless, be rich if you want love, and keep your life a closed book pill. All of those pills were given to me. But guess what? That shit didn't work for me at all. Not with just a high school diploma, average looks, and a self-esteem that was shot to hell. Like I said, I was broken. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. But today, it's harder to be a man because of social media. Case in point. 2 big red pill podcasters are in the hot seat right now. Probably you have heard of them, Fresh and Fit. The reason why they're in the hot seat is because one of them got a girl pregnant and he ended up telling her to end the pregnancy. But here's the fucking problem with that. These 2 motherfuckers are always telling men that women are after money, that women only want to get pregnant and will do anything to get pregnant, so you have to pay for child support or you have to take care of them. And they also say to men that they don't need love, only money, so they need to focus on their jobs or businesses, and a lot of other bullshit advice. But then it turns out that they are not following their own fucking advice, because the guy that got the girl pregnant doesn't use condoms. And there's a screenshot where he's telling the girl that he got pregnant, well, I need to check to see if there might be other girls that might be pregnant, so I cannot take care of you. You need to end this and all this bullshit. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're telling men that they need to follow your example, but then you don't do it. And there are many other examples from gurus and religious leaders and even politicians that have been accused of fraud and doing things that are completely opposite to what they tell their followers. And from my own experience, this is coming from everything that I have seen in my life. When the guru or authority figure that a man sees like a prophet falls from grace, it can make a man feel lost, because now they feel lied to. So they look for someone else to guide them. This is what happened with me. That's exactly what happened to me when I realized my uncle was a fucking liar at a very young age, since he was the authority figure in my life. So I follow other people that I thought will guide me to what I wanted, but that was never the case. And I have seen that right now with these 2 podcasters, where a lot of their followers turn on them, and then some of those same followers are going to follow, or actually are following, someone else that is even more hardcore than these 2 other motherfuckers. Like, I've seen it. Like, I see one guy, I saw a comment of a guy that was calling them out, and it's like, oh, you motherfuckers don't follow your advice, wherever you were lying, you were taking advantage of us. And then that same Instagram account, I saw that person commenting on another person that is from the red pill, that is even more hardcore, and it's like, you're the true king, I follow you, and I like your ideology. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? There are so many ideologies right now that men can choose to follow, and there's a new one to throw into the fray. A new way to be a man has arrived, the drizzle era. And please, don't ask me what that is, because my brain literally short-circuited when I saw the videos about it, because I thought it was a joke. But the way that some of these guys are making their videos, the line between being a joke and being real is completely blurred. So I don't know what exactly that is, and I'm just like, another way, another ideology that men have to choose from, which adds to the 10,000 other ways or 10,000 other ideologies that are out there. But because of all the shitty advice that I got in the past, I learned so much. So here's my truth about what a man is for me. And I can say this because these are my own beliefs. This is how I went from having nothing to building something. And for one, success isn't about your bank account or climbing some bullshit corporate ladder. It's about crafting a life that feels right, that feels where you're in control, where you start from nothing and build something fucking amazing. And it can be a business. Yes, it can. It can be a relationship. It can be a marriage. It can be a family. It can be whatever. But as long as you feel in control and as long as you feel fulfilled, you're going to be happy. If you don't find that fulfillment, you're not going to be happy. And then now we're going to get into another hot topic about being a man. There's also mental health. That's the fucking giant that everyone tries to ignore. And I love the red pill guys, those prophets or kings, as some of their followers call them, don't like to talk about that. They call mental health a myth. Because when you mention anything about your feelings as a man, you're labeled weak, a sissy, a puto, and shit like that. Well, based on my own experience, fuck that. Because managing your mental health isn't just crucial, it's badass, especially right now. There's so many things happening. Everything is changing from 1 hour to the next, from 1 minute to the next, from one day to the next. Everything changes so fast. So you have to be in control of your emotions. That's why you need pretty much emotional intelligence, because it helps you build a mindset that no bullshit can shatter. You become unflappable. You begin to think logically instead of flipping out. Which I was surprised because now I'm able to actually think logically instead of flipping out. I used to flip out a lot. Ask my wife. She will tell you. She took the brunt from me. She took literally the hit from all my bad emotions that I had coming into my relationship. But when you work on this, you get to have your emotions under control so you don't overreact, which is something that you need in order to change your life and your family's life. Because you're going to face a lot of obstacles trying to become the man you want to become. And you need emotional intelligence, because the biggest enemy, the biggest obstacle out there is the media. I'm talking about all types of media that just point to the problem, but never a fucking solution that actually works. If you pay attention to a lot of these people that call themselves gurus and all this shit, a lot of them, and I have noticed this recently, a lot of them point to a problem, but never a solution. They blame the other side. Men blame women. Men blame others. Men blame everything but themselves. And in my humble opinion, again, they're feeding you a steady stream of shit about what it means to be a man. Because a lot of them flip out on camera, on their podcast, on their video. So it's making men emotional, and men are starting to flip out just like them. So I honestly believe that it's time to switch off the noise and think for yourself. Question everything, because if you don't, you might just follow the wrong path and mess up big time. And then when you realize that you took the wrong path, it might be harder for you to get back on the right track. So remember that role models are not just the guys with their faces plastered on billboards all over, the ones on social media. They're also the underdogs in business. They're also the underdogs in sports. They're also the underdogs that are barely starting social media and trying to, build something. Those who start from zero and grind their way to the top. We need to redefine what heroism looks like, because putting yourself out there takes a lot of guts now. Everybody will look at you. Everybody will literally hate on you and everything. And you just have to take it like it is. Bullshit most of the time. So it's not about followers or matching ideologies. It's about finding those who challenge you to think differently and break the mold. That's how a man that wants to find solutions should be. And that's what we need right now from men. That's the kind of man that I have become. Someone that's trying to find solutions. But I cannot do it alone. One man cannot do it alone. One person is not going to be able to do it alone. We have to work together as men. There's so many things happening right now. Like, it's just incredible to me how there's so many ideologies, but nobody is trying to find a solution. And right now, like I was saying, we need solution finders, because change isn't just coming. It's here tearing through like a tornado. So you've got to be ready to adapt, to flip adversity the bird, and stay true to who you are, even when the world is spinning out of control. And owning your story, owning that story that it's only yours, that's the ultimate power move. Don't let anyone, absolutely anyone, write your story for you. You grab the pen, you grab the paper, and start writing it. Become the man that you want to become. Follow those who actually give you good advice. Not the ones that tell you like, oh yeah, it's nice to have 10 cars that are like millions of dollars each and whatever. That's just a lifestyle. But you need to follow the ones that tell you, oh, it's going to be fucking hard. And you need to do this if you want to change your life. So men, the journey through life is hard. Modern manhood right now is fraught with peril but ripe with opportunity. I'm telling you this. Owning your story is the ultimate power move. It's the move that will make you unstoppable. It's the move that is going to give you the family you want, the life that you want, the success that you want, the business that you want. Because you will understand that nothing can stop you except death. And then you will go after what you want, what you truly desire, what you really, really, really want, what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled. You're going to go after that. But you have to own your story first. Don't let a religious leader, don't let a politician, don't let a fucking guru from Instagram tell you who you are and what your story should be. Never allow that to happen. Because a real man doesn't follow others. A real man takes advice from others and makes it his own. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Keep an open mind and engage in respectful discussions in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button to stay tuned for more content. Got a story, a question, or just need to vent? You know where to find me. Share your journey and let's navigate this wild ride together. Until next time, stay connected, stay badass, and remember, the world needs your unique brand of badassery. And here are my final thoughts. Manhood is not a one-size-fits-all. So keep rewriting the rules, keep challenging the status quo, and above all, stay fucking fearless. And have a great day.